All right, so we are back with another Criterion haul. I've been really waiting for this one. It's probably the best haul I've had so far for Criterion. It's picked up way more than I expected. Some stuff I've really been wanting for a while, so I'm super excited to get into it. I was actually gonna change the style of these videos, but I'm a big fan of consistency. So I did the first one on my laptop. I'm gonna do this one on the laptop, mostly unedited, probably just me talking. So yeah, let's just get right into it, bro, because this is crazy. So the first pick I have right here for the haul, Yi Edward Yang. I watched this, about 2 months ago for the first time. Of course, heard a lot about it. People were like, oh, this is the greatest movie ever. And they were not wrong. This is a masterpiece. Just every single scene just looks gorgeous. Every shot looks like it could be framed. I just really enjoyed this one from start to finish. Very powerful film. One that I just really want to revisit. So I'm happy that I own it, because I feel like there's just so much here. So much I pulled for the first time, but I think there's still so much more I could chip at and unpack as I watch it more times. So Edward Yang's Yi, super happy I own this. Yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. Next we have Raging Bull, Martin Scorsese. It's funny, I actually bought this film previously. I bought the DVD. It was like a 2 DVD collector set. And really, I bought it because it looked cool. Usually I don't buy DVDs. Usually I just buy Blu-rays. But I didn't know this was on Criterion until I was in the store. I was like, oh, well, let me cop it now, because I still haven't watched the DVDs either. So it's like I've been wanting to watch it for a while. Every shot I see of this film looks great. I love the black and white. I love how kind of gritty it looks. I'm super excited to watch this. Of course, Martin Scorsese, one of the GOATs. So I'm super excited to get into this. Raging Bull, young De Niro. Definitely gonna watch this soon. So second, I'm kind of going through this a bit faster because it's so many, and there's definitely some I want to talk about in more detail. Next is Sound of Metal. Of course, this is from I've been wanting for a minute. I haven't seen this film yet, but honestly, the main reason I bought this, I remember a while back I saw the cover. This might be my favorite Criterion film cover. I'm in love with this cover. And that's low-key one of the main reasons I wanted to buy it. Usually for other films I just buy because I like the film. This one, I'm not gonna lie, I did cop it just because the cover is that cool. But also I've heard great things about the film, so I'm super excited to watch the movie as well. But the cover, ooh, this cover is so sick. Oh, it's so sick. So I'm really excited to get into this. Sound of Metal, Riz Ahmed, gonna watch this soon. Very excited. Next, Malcolm X from Spike Lee. I've actually never seen this film. Which is, I don't know, some people might hear that, they might think it's crazy, but this is what I've been wanting to watch for a long time. A lot of people say it's Spike's magnum opus, his masterpiece. I'm very excited. Of course, Denzel, all-time great. I'm really excited to see his performance in this and just really see kind of what all is here. I see on the back, it's a lot of special features too. It's a whole documentary feature about the film as well. Interviews, commentary, all that stuff. I can't wait to dig into this, because this is one. They say it's essential. People say it's one of the greatest American films of all time, and one of the greatest films of all time. So I'm just really excited to check this out. Malcolm X, Spike Lee. Next, Eyes Wide Shut, Stanley Kubrick. This is another one, of course, I've heard a lot about over time. Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, Stanley Kubrick. I've actually never, to my knowledge, I don't think I've seen a Kubrick film in full. I've seen The Shining here and there, and parts, most of The Shining, but not the full thing. Haven't seen Apocalypse Now or anything, 2001, but want to watch that for a while. Haven't seen any Kubrick. So this might be the first Kubrick I actually watched from start to finish, which is kind of crazy. So, but I'm really excited. I think this is a new release they just announced earlier this year. I remember when they first announced it, I was like, ooh, this looks really sick. When they dropped, also this cover looks really sick too. And when they dropped a little comparisons comparing the old Blu-rays, the old physical releases to how the Criterion looks, I saw on Twitter, there was a lot of controversy about that. But overall, I think that from these off the stills, this looks better than what was previously out. I didn't really get a lot of the complaints people had. I think from the stills, at least, this looks beautiful. So I'm really excited to watch this. Stanley Kubrick, probably my first Kubrick, so I'm super excited to see what the hype is about with him. Next, Paris is Burning. This is one that my friend put me onto a while back. I watched it on Canopy, and just fantastic. It's really a beautiful, heartbreaking documentary. Definitely one I'm happy to own now. I really think this is honestly, in my opinion, one of the movies I would say is essential. If someone was make a list 10 essential films right now that I've seen, this would go on that list. It's a very powerful documentary about just the drag scene in New York at the time. I think it was it 90s, yeah, like the late 80s or 80s. I mean, so yeah, it's a really powerful documentary, heartbreaking, beautiful, just everything in between. I don't know, very hard watch, I would say. It is one I probably will go back to eventually. But I'm very happy that I own it. This is something that honestly I think I would pass down, like I guess to my kids. I really think it's like that essential of a film. Yeah, it's probably my favorite documentary of all time. Probably. I still haven't seen like that many, but yeah. Next, Chungking Express from Wong Kar-wai. Wong Kar-wai, great director. I love Happy Together. That's my favorite film from him. Fallen Angels is great too. In the Mood for Love, I have my opinions on it. I think it's interesting. Of course, it looks gorgeous, but honestly, that's a film that doesn't really resonate with me the same way that Happy Together does, and like Fallen Angels and things of that nature. But definitely that is one I want to revisit too. I saw they had the Criterion for that in Barnes & Noble as well. I was thinking about buying it, but I was like, and I haven't seen Chungking Express yet. I know it's kind of like, to my understanding, kind of like a companion piece with Fallen Angels. They're kind of like tied in some sort of like thematic or like in-world way. I'm not really sure, but I know they're tied in kind of. Really excited to watch this though. Wong Kar-wai, of course, his film's just visually beautiful. Christopher Doyle, cinematographer. He hasn't missed, and I mean, so far from what I've seen, all his collaborations with Wong Kar-wai that I've seen have been just crazy. So really excited to watch this. I know this is gonna be a feast for my eyes. So yeah, Chungking Express, Wong Kar-wai. The last film for the haul, Eve's Bayou. Eve's Bayou. This is a film I saw for the first time. I want to say about 2 years ago now, but honestly, just really awesome film. We need more films in like the Bayou, like just deep South like setting, because like the atmosphere of this movie is so just engrossing. I remember when I first put it on, like it really pulled me in, and yeah, just it really blew me away. I remember my parents were talking to me about the film before I watched it, and they were telling me, just like kind of their thoughts on it and stuff like that. And I think this is a really thought-provoking film, really powerful film, just very culturally rich. Yeah, I didn't realize this was in the collection until I was in the store as well. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I have to have it, and I'm really excited to watch this in higher quality as well. So just really, really good. East Bayou, fantastic film. So yeah, that is like that's the end of the haul. But this is the best haul I've had so far. I've never bought this many like at one time, so it's really a blessing. And yeah, so that is all the Criterions. I'd say like out of these, the one I'm most excited to watch, I feel like it's like a tie between Eyes Wide Shut and Malcolm X. But I feel like Malcolm X might edge it out, because like Malcolm X is one of those ones where like I've heard so much about it like over time, where it's like I already know it's gonna be like probably all timer for me, like when I first watch it. So Malcolm X is probably the one I'm most excited to watch out of this batch. But yeah, overall, great haul. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you guys for just tuning in if you made it this far. And look forward to more stuff, more short film stuff on the way. Really excited to get into these. But yeah, thank you.